Hi everyone, it's Melissa, and today I'm popping in to share one of my favorite quotes that really gave me inspiration for my purpose, which is helping people to write the powerful personal stories without insecurity and overwhelm so that they can preserve a record of the present for their future. So here's the quote. I'm going to share the quote and then I'm going to talk about a little bit of why it really hits to the heart of my purpose and really inspires me with where I want to go in documenting my own stories. So here's the quote. I wish I had realized that family history is a perishable commodity. It disappears with time as memories fade and as loved ones pass on. I wish I had known that the most important aspect of family history is preserving the record of the present for the future. And that's by Guy Black. Wow, right? Perishable commodity, let's talk about that. I mean, we know that we live in a world where it is a given that we will be here for a certain amount of time and we don't know what that time is. And so life really is lived as a perishable commodity. It's not a given that we're going to be here forever or that our personal stories will be here forever or our loved ones will be here forever. And also the other aspect of that is that our memories fade. And so the stories disappear as those memories fade. I don't know about you all, but like I look back at childhood memories, and even as I'm focusing on this and documenting my own, there's a lot of times when I need to go to other people that were there when they happened because my memories are getting a little foggy. I recently visited a friend in San Diego that was one of my dearest, oldest friends from kindergarten all the way through adulthood. We've been living our lives alongside each other for so much. And again, as I mentioned in my intro video, losing both of my parents, it meant that having other people in my life that were there when those childhood memories happened are really a treasure, because oftentimes we get, cloudy with what was real, or we forget different parts because we can only remember so much. So documenting what we do remember while we remember is really, really important, and goes again with that idea of it's a perishable commodity. It's only so long that we're going to remember those memories and that they will eventually fade, right? So we want to get those memories down. We want to do it in a way that we're able to kind of take the time to process where those memories are coming from, remembering as much detail. So that's part of the process that I'll take you through when I support you through documenting your personal stories, is really connecting with your past in a mindful way so that you can tell those stories through sensory descriptions, and so that the person that's reading them feels like they're really there. So that's two pieces of that quote that are just like, wow, right? And finally, the preserving a record of the present for the future. And that's where this really came into play. It's exactly like nails my mission. I don't want my boys to not have memories of me that they can hear my voice. I'm getting a little emotional, but that's really like the crook of it. I want them to know things about me that maybe at the time when I was being the mom that was just, telling them to clean their room and brush their teeth. They see me in this role. And so some of my stories about things that I did when I was younger, or people that were important to me in my life, they may not have had the time or the interest, and rightly so, right? Developmentally so. We didn't know those things about our own parents. We didn't see them as more than, the roles they were to us. I believe, and I had a really great talk with a close friend about this, that a lot of times we don't know how much we want to know them until we're older and their age, right? And so then hearing those stories about, the mom that might have wanted to be a rock star, or, the different things, the father that was the football star, or just different silly things that you didn't know about how your parents met, over a diner with a olive and cream cheese sandwich. I don't know, but things that your parents did before you even existed. They were kids, they were teenagers, they were young adults, they made mistakes, they had adventures that we don't know about because we only see, the person that was there getting us up, getting us ready, taking care of us, feeding us, housing us, right? We might have seen glimpses of it, but the reality of the whole person might not have come out. So just that record of us being able to record that record of who we are in our own words, right? Who we were through each stage of our life, I think is a gift that is just very valuable for anyone, for our children, for our next generation, for our grandchildren, maybe for our siblings. I think those gifts are gifts that could be lateral friendships, right? Writing important pieces of past memories that you had over a lifetime with a friend, like the friend I was talking about. Our memories go back from kindergarten to when we both had our boys almost within weeks of each other, both of them. And so going through pregnancy and raising them, and now as young adult boys, like we have a lot of parallel experiences. And so even recording those memories for each other from each of our perspective might be a really great way to preserve those, right? So yeah, that quote is just an amazing quote. I have it up on my Instagram at Melissa Loves History, where I'll be sharing a lot of quotes that I think inspire and touch upon the purpose that I am following, right? But also, if you're interested in looking at ways to preserve your own stories, please head over to melissaannkitchen.com. I do have a free resource called the 6 Simple Personal Story Starters, and it's where to start when you're recording your own stories for your present, for the future. And so you can get those story starters and have a simple place to begin to document your stories.